Welcome back to more Let's Play Plants vs. Zombies. Last time we continued to work on finishing all these lovely minigames, and now I think we're going to finish what's left. Zombotany 2, Walnut Bowling 2, Pogo Party, and this mystery one, which we'll unlock after Zombotany 2. As you can see, this one ramps up the difficulty, having tall nuts, squash, Gatling peas, and even jalapeno zombies. This one can be a little rough. So let's start with our tried and true sunflower lily pad. And I'm thinking, for our defenses, I do want cattails for sure, because those combo with lily pads really nicely. I think then I want pumpkins, walnuts, probably squash, just in case. And I mean, I do like me some melon pulps. I think at that point, bring a tall nut, and I almost want to bring the puff shroom just to tank hits, or to activate a squash zombie. And so I think that's what we're going to do. Let's give it a shot. Should be a similar strategy to what we are used to, though with a little twist. Because I'm going to be using puff shrooms, obviously, I want to put most of them in the lanes with things actually in them. So our sunflowers being a great choice. As case in point, that's why. It won't stop the bullets, but it will slow these guys down, which gives me plenty of time to get our walnut out and plant more sunflowers. Now we are probably going to need a squash here. So let's just get it out of the way and keep on moving. So again, another zombie. I want to try to get our cattails as quickly as possible. So the longer I can delay him from getting to the walnut, the better. That means the walnut will be there to block shots, and we can keep our sunflowers alive longer. Now, ideally, for my plan, we'll be able to get a cattail fairly soon. It's not a thing I like doing, but should be fine. One more sun, grab our first cattail, we should be alright. Ideally, that cattail will take care of most of the zombies fairly quickly. But as you can see, it does struggle a little deciding what it's going to attack, which can be a bit rough. And we have some more problems coming our way. Let's use a squash here, and a walnut there. Delay him for a bit. And looks like we'll need a tall nut here, which is okay. And then realistically, I kind of just want to focus on the cattails for now. Our main rows are defended, which is good. But honestly, I might start planting more sunflowers even, just because we need a lot of sun. There's a second cattail that'll help out a ton. Again, I'm going to try to slow him down a little. I think once we can get some melons going, that'll be super helpful. Unfortunately, put a pumpkin on her just to keep her safe. Her, him, I guess it's a cattail. It really doesn't have gender, does it? Though, because it's a kitty, I always think it's a her. But that's okay. Alright, so far, so good. Got our next cattail ready. We do have enough for a melon pulp, which I do like the idea of. But let's grab that next cattail. Keep it nice and safe. And I think now that we have 4, I think now is when I want to start deploying our melon bolts. Another basic walnut. And now we should be good to start grabbing them. I think I'm going to put them in the 2 middle rows on land first. Just so that way they can splash into the others and help our cattails along. Now this is going to get a little interesting depending on where that jalapeno zombie spawns and the walnut one. These repeaters are also going to be a pretty big problem. So because of that, I'm actually not going to place them there just because the repeater's down here. As much as I don't like that. Still, you gotta pick your poison. Doing alright. Have enough for our next cattail. Perfect. Another lily pad down for the future. And then otherwise, I think we are pretty much good to go for getting our next melon pult. Place another lily pad just for the future. Now these big tall nuts, they are a bit of a problem because they are extremely tanky. To the point where, frankly, I'm just going to squash it. It really is worth it. Ooh. That jalapeno is a problem. Luckily, the cattails dealt with him. He works kind of similarly to the Jack-in-a-Box zombie, where they explode after a time, and you kind of just have to beat them before then. They're not that bad, but they're also not that easy either if you're not paying attention. Namely, if they get stuck behind another zombie and have cover, that's when they start being a big problem. So usually I like to try to keep the squash available for that, but that can't always be the case, unfortunately. Still, so far so good. This is also why I brought the pumpkins too. Is for when walnuts and tall nuts are on cooldown, we have a third option. Very, very useful. Now at this point, I think I just want to get more melons. Again, gonna try to prioritize these middle rows here, just for the splash damage. But if there's another immediate threat, I will put them there instead. As of right now, our lily pads are doing great. Cattails are doing phenomenal. And I don't really have too much to fear at the moment. The tall nuts are a bit of an issue, but with all 6 of our cattails dealing with him, they're not that bad. This might be a problem, though. We can try to slow him down. Perfect. Now it's pretty much a matter of build up enough sun to get another melon. And then I would like to try to get one more. We're doing fairly good on our time, as we can see. So not too worried. Things are going well. Ooh, that squash is moving quick. That's where, honestly, I should have used a puff shroom instead, but I kind of forgot. Moving quick makes you do that. That's okay. Watch this walnut there, because he's getting very, very low. So far, so good. The melons are performing wonderfully. Really don't mind if that lily pad gets eaten. It's not a big deal. Sunflowers are producing plenty of sun. We have all the melons we should need. And now it's just a matter of keeping our defenses nice and tight. Again, puff shroom. See, that gets rid of the squash. That's what I should have done earlier, but it worked out. Work on getting our other lily pads. Ooh, big gem. Very nice. Now, I might even put melons right there just to really knock the middle lanes, so that way the cattails have a bit of a day off. In fact, I think that is a smart plan. I think 8 of them will be more than enough. Sometimes you never know, and you might overcompensate in your mind for just how tough something really is. You do gotta be a little careful. But as of right now, I think we are sitting pretty peachy. Perfect. Again, this walnut, a little concerning. We do have enough to replace him. I'll probably just give him a tall nut once the time arrives. Ooh, that jalapeno's scary. They dealt with him, though. Yeah, no, just keep my eye open for that red. Once you see it, it's gotta go. But as of right now, I think we are A-okay. In fact, I'm just gonna preemptively do that right now. Makes me feel a lot better. Squash, I misplaced it. Not a big deal. I'm honestly gonna... There. Just in case, I figured. Because that fire will take out a whole row, I believe. So, gotta be careful. Mr. Tallnut, I see you're having a fairly good day. I need you to not. And there you go. Zombotany 2. Nice and easy. I feel like this is another one that I quite enjoy. Keeps you active in the early game, because you're having to deal with it. And as you can see, our final minigame is Dr. Zomboss's Revenge. You can imagine what that entails. Still, for now, Walnut Bowling 2. Pretty much, it's the same as the first, just a little harder. There are, however, a new addition to our walnut repertoire. We still have our normal walnuts, and of course our Explodonuts. But we also, if it will be so kind to spawn one... Please? Okay, I guess not. I'll spoil it. There are giant... Yeah, there it is. Of course, the minute I say it. Giant walnuts. These will insta-kill any zombie it hits in one row. They're extremely useful. I basically look at them as an Explodonut in terms of value, but they're even better against bucket heads that are all on the same lane. So if you can save them, you should. Oh, I was hoping that would go up. Not a big deal. Keep this ready for whenever our next nut comes in. Just keep that queue moving. Because if we can stockpile really good stuff, I would like to. Oh, and here we go. Some big combo opportunity. I say big. Well, none, I guess. It looked good on paper. Again, I'm going to just try to bide my time. Wait for the queue there. Still misses. And it'll do that, but that's okay. Go for the cone head. Man, it just narrowly misses. What an unlucky position that is. Still, could be fine. Oh, now it hits him. I tell ya. Otherwise, things are going pretty well. Guess let's try to get rid of that bucket head. Some money on the way. Figure worst case, we'll put our next nut down here, just like so. A little extra value out of it. Very nice. And now this is where I would recommend using the giant walnut. Because that would otherwise take 6. Or you can just use one giant walnut. They are darn efficient, and I love them. So I try to save them for as long as I can. But sometimes you just get unlucky. Let's get rid of him. I would have liked there to be a zombie behind him, but, well, can't do much sometimes. Still, he should set up... I was hoping to hit at least one of them. Close, but no cigar. That's okay. We should be just fine. Take care of this helmet zombie here. And as of right now, we are looking pretty good. Screen door zombies are another interesting case of the giant walnut being actually really darn efficient. Still, if you can get it around them, it's not a bad idea. They basically take, I think, 1 extra hit compared to a bucket zombie. They're not too bad, but you still gotta keep your eye on them. There we go, get some darn good combo. Only giant ones. So, I suppose, to show it off, go my giant walnut. As you can see, it even hits the, gosh, what the heck are they? The pole vaulter zombies. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. I was thinking Pogo zombie. But yes, they are very, very good. So, if you can keep them for that, they're darn worth it. As you can see, we even have dancing zombies. Which generally, that's where an exploding nut would be pretty good. But if you can sneak in the walnut and get rid of him, he still leaves his dance partners here as potential combo targets, which is very useful. Generally, in the later stages of this, you can really set up some devastating combos. If it gets a little too hot, just blow them up. It's not a big deal. Trying to get the actual dancers themselves is usually the best choice, if you can manage it. Otherwise, you can kind of farm combo off of them by letting them repeatedly summon their dancers. It's a valid strategy if you're looking for money. Still, it can be a little risky if you're not careful. Let's see, get rid of you. Again, we have plenty of special walnuts here to deal with any real threat, so I'm not too worried. But you still gotta be vigilant. As of right now, I'm kind of feeling like I might need an exploding nut sometime soon. Because these guys are getting a little close for comfort. Let's use a giant one, because there's a ton of bucket heads. There's some real good value out of that. And let's do one here, too, just for the heck of it. Look at that. Nice and efficient. We love them. Get all of our coins here. Love to see them. And let's see. A little bit more money. Get rid of the whole row. Exploding walnut right there could have been really good, but frankly, I want to try to get the money out of it. Down to exploding and a giant. Not the worst thing in the world. But again, I would like to try to save things. This kind of looks like a good idea right about now. Yeah, let's do it. Again, money and combo is good, but you still gotta keep yourself alive, unfortunately. Exploding nuts are still quite useful, turns out. Granted, you should know that they'll always be useful. Anything that explodes and gets rid of things instantly is generally pretty good. Even the potato mine, for as short-lived as it was still pretty darn useful. I kind of view that as one of the first examples of starting risky strats in this game, and I really like it. Let's see, keep on dealing with normal zombies as we please. Let's see, do some of that. Ba-boom. Get a nice double. Try to do as much damage as we can here. Getting a little close for comfort, but that's alright. Figure worst case, we can use a exploding nut. Let's do this here, that there, and this here. Because that'll take out most of the opposition. I hope I don't have to waste this. Oh, well, I will if I misplace my nut. That's okay. Let's do an exploding nut here. Get a nice chunk of them. And give ourselves some time to rebuild our nut repertoire. Go right there, see if we can get some... pretty good. Got one of the dancers. And let's see. Feel like that's a pretty good use. Some nice bounces there. And let's try to do like exploding up there. It was alright. Not really what I hoped for. Not the worst, but not great. A little more time. Get some lovely combo there. Big balling walnut right there. And I mean, so far so good. I'm feeling pretty darn good about it. And get rid of the dancer real quick. And at this point, I think we are still sitting very pretty. Rid of that quick zombie, get some nice multi-bounce. Let's use a big walnut there. And I feel like we're going to want one probably here in the middle, just to get some real good value. I think we're keeping ourselves fairly well defended at this point. I feel like that is pertinent. Get rid of most of the opposition there. And let's use a giant walnut down there on the bottom row. Send a walnut that way and one this way. And now we gotta give it a little bit of time before we start just haphazardly chucking the nuts. That, see if we can get some combo going. Alright, at this point, that is absolutely worth it. Explode those guys. Keep on trying to combo the rest, which is frankly going pretty well. I gotta be careful about that shield guy. Worst case, we could just do that now. Should have some fairly good combos coming up here. Still have plenty of exploding nuts, which is good. Careful with this. We'll just do that. Clear a little bit of the heat. That. Exploding nut there. Do one here. I mean, we're still sitting quite pretty. Don't like what's going on here, but that's fine. Let's do like that. Good, 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 good. Alright. Throw some of these guys. Probably do an exploding nut there. One here. Now it's no holds barred. Let's basically make our giant nuts count. Which realistically, I'm probably going to do one here, just because all of them spawn there. One on this row. One right here, clear out the majority. And slowly work on getting rid of the rest. Fairly simple, really. I guess realistically I should do this, shouldn't I? And I'm gonna wait for those guys to get in here so I can do like that. Give you one of those, and just for you, pal, an explode a nut. Thanks for the trophy, pal. I appreciate it. Oh boy, last but certainly not least, Pogo Party, at least for today's episode. I feel I'm gonna leave Dr. Zombosses for the next one, but we can still get Pogo Party in here. Just because I don't want episodes to be too long. As you can see, this is a weird one. So, of course, sunflowers, flower pots, absolutely. You're gonna want tall nuts. Melon pults are pretty good. Grab squash. I honestly really like chompers for this. I feel like I want an umbrella leaf, to be honest. Feels smart. And then maybe... yeah. I think the cabbage pole is a good call. And then otherwise, jalapeno? Sure. Let's give that a shot. Get our sunflowers down ASAP. I have a pretty big feeling I'm going to need that squash and those cabbage pults fairly quickly. I think this one gives you a decent amount of time to really get started, if memory serves, but it's still not a lot, so you can't be too greedy now. I say as I plant 4 sunflowers and get very greedy. So it should be alright. We have enough for a squash, should we need it. And a tall nut. Yeah, this one definitely gives you more time. That's what I thought it did. So we'll use all that time to get as many sunflowers as we can. Alright. Here comes our first Pogo zombie. As you can see, he's not exactly a friend. This is also where I love the chomper strategy. Though it's expensive, it keeps this as a solid defensive option. The problem here is getting rid of this guy. I want to say squash will deal with him. Yeah, just fine. But we'll still need a little more permanent solution than that. So, keep our wits about us. Alright, that tall nut will tank a fair bit of damage for us. And so long as we can get past the beginning with a decent amount of items, of sunflowers, we should be okay. This is probably the scariest point right here. I think we'll be alright. Because so far, so good. Alright. Perfect. He went exactly where we needed him to. Just in preempt, let's place our next tall nut. Good. Honestly, I'm going to start doing triple sunflowers because I feel that is a very, very good idea. Again, we're going to be relying on the chompers a fair bit here, but I think that's okay. While they're slow, they're fairly reliable, all things considered. Squash there. Keep stockpiling for melon bolts. I brought the cabbages just in case for later. I think we'll be okay. Because using the tall nut chomper strat is a little dangerous in the beginning, just because they are expensive for the whole shebang. With as many sunflowers as we have, I think we'll be okay. I'm not too worried, I'm just biding my time as best I can. We should be alright. Get our next chomper down. Alright. Should be good to go. Place that in this here. Get our pot on cooldown. Should be stuff they can all handle. Perfect. Now, obviously, there's going to be a couple normal zombies, which isn't great. That's what we have melon bolts for. Again, I'm going to focus on those middle rows, just because their coverage is so good. Actually, wait just a moment here. I think I've erred in my ways. Get one up there. This is also where I considered the cabbage bolt too, but I think for now it'll be alright. Here we go, let's get a basic row of melons out. And then I think I want to get rid of the sunflower that is in the third column second row and third column fourth row to put leafers there. I say leafer, the umbrella leaf, just so that way I can keep them safe, because I don't remember if there are bungee zombies, and I really want to keep my investments here with these melons safe. So I feel it will be warranted to put them at least here to keep my main row safe and protected. Bit of a waste for the sunflowers, but I think it is well warranted. We got our game plan going, things are in motion, and I think we are doing good. Perfect. That, the melon there. So far, so good. Still gotta watch our Tall Nuts HP, but they should be doing okay. Some are a little more damaged than I would like, but that's alright. Figure worst case too, if I get real bored and want to plant more Tall Nuts, I can. But for now, we're doing just fine. We're about halfway through, which is pretty good, all things considered. Chompers are performing quite well. Because once the Pogo zombies are out of the way, it's mostly just normal ones. And we can handle that with the melons a-okay. So, as of right now, I think we've got a victory in the bag. Not that I was ever too worried. This one I never thought was too difficult. But you do need to know to set up as quickly as you can, because once these guys start coming, you don't have Tall Nuts or something to deal with them, it can be rough. Now, I could have also brought the magnet shroom. That could have also been a pretty good strategy here. But I just didn't think I would have them up and running in time with enough damage to support it, which is why I really like the Chomper strat. They take their time, yes, but so too do the Pogo zombies early on. So I figured it would even out pretty well, and we'd keep a fairly good defense like this. Now, if I really wanted, I could start selling them and getting melon pults, which might be wise. We'll see. Kinda on the fence about it. Otherwise, re-up our Tall Nut defense. And here's the final wave. I think we'll be just fine. Leafers, of course. That one melon's gonna get eaten, which is a problem. That's fine. We had our squash and all the other things ready just in time. And there we go. Another trophy. Lickety-split. Pretty easy, huh? Keep on collecting those trophies indeed. We have 19 of 20. Pretty darn good. Next time we play Plants vs. Zombies, we'll finish the minigames with Dr. Zomboss's Revenge. As always, I'm Bread. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.